Meat. 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 Meat! Welcome back to a Compendium of Monsters. It's Gnoll Week. Before we continue, batter that subscribe button and beware the slavening jaws. Not to be confused with grassy hills, Gnolls are challenge level 1/2 and they don't half-ass anything involving meat. These medium humanoids have an armor class of 15, average hit points of 22, a speed of 30 feet, and dark vision out to 60 feet. Gnolls must be teenagers because they have the rampage ability. Rampage activates when a gnoll reduces a creature's hit points to 0 and allows the gnoll to move up to half its movement speed to make a bite attack against another creature as a bonus action. Ah yes, because I too like to bite other opponents when I've got one downed at my feet. Gnolls have 3 basic attacks they can use: a bite, a spear, or a longbow. The bite attack deals an average of 4 piercing damage, the spear attack deals an average of either 5 or 6 piercing damage, and the longbow attack deals an average of 5 piercing damage. A gnoll really should only ever use its spear attack, and it should prioritize a single-hand attack instead of a two-handed attack. Why? If a gnoll drops its shield in an attempt to increase its damage, it dramatically increases the likelihood it is hit by an attack. Sure, gnolls are stupid, but they want to survive so they can eat more man-flesh. Gnolls were created when the demon lord Yeenoghu roamed the material plane. Details on how Yeenoghu arrived on the material plane are dubious, but aren't they always? Anyways, Yeenoghu roamed the material plane and came in contact with hyenas, who followed in his wake and gorged themselves upon the beings Yeenoghu slaughtered. Under Yeenoghu's influence, the hyenas transformed into Gnolls, and like psychotic yet obedient children, fully ingrained Yeenoghu's way of life into their brains. Because he created such a goddamn ruckus pillaging, burning, and devouring corpses, Yeenoghu was eventually banished back into the abyss. But his Gnolls remained on the material plane and caused havoc in his name. Gnolls are curious creatures because while they are heavily influenced by demons, their home is the material plane, meaning they can't be banished back to the abyss. Though, unlike demons, Gnolls killed do not respawn on Yeenoghu's lair of the abyss. Thank goodness for that, I suppose. Gnolls are savage creatures with incredibly low intellect. They do not build nor craft, which means Gnolls are utterly dependent on stealing arms and armor from those they slaughter. However, Gnolls only pick fights with those who aren't able to fight back, which limits their ability to obtain gear that would allow them to pursue other prey. I suppose this means Gnolls have proficiency in improvised weapons, because if they attack a farm village, that's all they're gonna get. You think a blacksmith in a farming village is gonna spend their time making conventional weapons? No! That's not where the money is. I sound like a capitalist pig. Gnolls are a great plot device for low to mid-level parties who are traveling between small towns or villages. The sudden destruction or razing of a hamlet raises a lot of questions, as do the gnawed corpses a gnoll warband leaves in its wake. A fully gorged warband will take time to digest its meal before heading off to their next target. Does the party follow the warband and attempt to pick off stragglers? Do they try to figure out where the warband's next target is? Do they help fortify the target settlement or leave the inhabitants to die at the teeth of the gnoll? A party victorious over a gnoll warband could start down the path of becoming renowned heroes in their realm. If gnolls are left to their own devices for more than a few moments, they start fighting, killing, and eating each other. Why? Well, they don't actually need a reason. But if a party is struggling to take down a warband, they can retreat and allow the gnolls to infight a bit. The enemy of your enemy is definitely your enemy, but any port in a storm. Though, make sure to ambush gnolls or hyenas if you see them eating. The more they gorge themselves in accordance with Yeenoghu's way of life, the more likely they are to get promoted to a more dangerous form of gnoll. And that would be... not great. Anyways, what do you think of gnolls? Let me know in the comments below. A special thank you to my incredible patrons. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, share my video on your Twitter, Facebook, or other social media, and make the leap to become one of my patrons on Patreon. I'll see you next time.